The Tauren of Mulgore are huge nomadic creatures who live on the open plains in central Kalimdor. They are large, muscular humanoids and bovine in appearance, complete with hooves and horns. They often have very noble and meaningful names, such as Raging Cow, Holy Beef, and Moo. Despite bearing titles that would strike fear into an enemy's heart, they are regarded as peaceful, embodying the strong and silent type. However, if anything comes to harm their people, they are capable in retaliating with swift brutality. They have played a major part in shaping the World of Warcraft we know, so here are my top picks for the most important. At number 5 we have Highmountain. Highmountain was the spokesman for all the Tauren tribes gathered by Crassus to help the Night Elves in their fight against the Burning Legion during the War of the Ancients. When the Burning Legion came to the world, Huln united the warring Rithermane, Blood Totem and Skyhorn tribes under the banner of his own Highmountain tribe. Much of Huln's glory was during a battle in Ajara. Here, Huln rescued Ak and his Blackmoor tribe and found a moose favoured by Malorn named Echiro, who would become his lifelong companion. He received a blessing from Cenarius so that his people would forever have their demigod's favour, granting them the horns of the moose. He protected Malfurion Stormrage while the druid summoned dryads to the battlefield and aided in the defeat of Tichondrius at Eldorath using his trusty spear Talon Claw. After the War of the Ancients, Huln returned to his homeland and it was renamed Highmountain in his honour. With the Legion defeated, he focused on another monster, Deathwing. He confronted the World Destroyer at Neltharion's vault and retrieved the Hammer of Khaz'garath from within. Huln decided that while it was not enough to kill Deathwing, he could at least be banished. Huln turned Deathwing's Drogbar slaves against him, and Huln banished Deathwing from the land. My number 4 is Archdruid Hamill Runetotem. Hamill Runetotem is the Archdruid of Thunderbluff and a venerated leader of the Tauren people. He is the highest ranked Tauren in the Cenarian Circle. During the battle for Mount Hyjal, Hamill was in awe at the dedication of the Druids. After the Third War, Hamill sought out the Night Elf Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage, befriending him and asking to be taught the Druidic arts. Hamill joined the Cenarian Circle, and his new Shan'do taught Hamill many secrets of the wild and blessed him with the touch of nature, thus soon mastering the Druidic arts with such proficiency that he rightfully earned the title Archdruid for himself. Hamill was seen as a wise and trustworthy Tauren within the Horde, and, when asked by Sylvanas for allies, striving for diplomacy, he convinced Warchief Thrall, despite his misgivings, to forge an alliance of convenience between the Forsaken and the Horde. During the Cataclysm, he frequently reassured Bane in his leadership capabilities and helped the Tauren avert threats from the Quillboars by summoning large amounts of water for them to have as a gift. He also was one of the most prominent objectors to Garrosh's reign of tyranny over his new Horde. His most notable achievements came from Mount Hyjal, where he was involved in freeing the demigod Tortola and finally ending Ragnaros' power in the Firelands. At number 3, we have Magothy Grimtotem. A powerful and wise shaman, Magothy is the elder crone and matriarch of the once mighty Grimtotem tribe. With a lust for power, she often argued with Khan Bloodhoof over who should lead the Tauren. Due to Khan's popularity, she knew she couldn't oust him politically, so she set upon a mission that would shake up the Tauren clans thereon after. After Khan challenged the new warchief Garrosh to the Mak-Gorah, a fight to the death for the leadership of the Horde, she offered to be the shaman that blessed Garrosh's weapon as an open act of defiance against Khan. Not only that, but she poisoned Gorhal, Garrosh's axe, leading to Khan becoming paralysed and Garrosh easily killing him. With the Tauren chief dead, she ordered the Grimtotem tribe to take Thunderbluff and kill Khan Bloodhoof's heir, Bane. However, Jevon Grimtotem, the agent responsible for Bane's death, warned him instead. Magothy sent word to Garrosh, expecting aid from the Horde after helping him in the Mak-Gorah. Yet Garrosh instead was enraged, denying any support to the Grimtotem. Eventually, Bane, with the help of his Tauren, retook Thunderbluff, and Magothy was exiled. She then got captured by the Twilight's Hammer cult, but they underestimated her. She quickly persuaded many members to turn against the cause and help her in her search for power. She began her hunt for powerful artifacts, including the Doomstone, which absorbs and amplifies elemental magic. It is unknown what Magothy's next act will be, but with the Doomstone in hand, she could produce quite the shock.
Be careful what you search for, stranger.
In second, I have chosen the less well-known Zorantor. Zorantor was one of the first Tauren druids of the last generation, taught by Shando Cenarius before the Sundering. It is written that while other Tauren hunted beasts, Zorantor chose to hunt stories from all over. He had an endless drive to learn off of the past, and his adventurous nature took him all over Azeroth. Just before he died, Zorantor was rescued by the bronze dragon Nozdormu, aspect of time. Nozdormu gifted Zorantor immortality and bestowed upon him the title The Witness. He was tasked with seeing and preserving the history of Azeroth so that it shall never be forgotten. And in first place we have High Chieftain Khan Bloodhoof. Khan Bloodhoof was the chief of the United Tribes of the Tauren, chieftain of the Bloodhoof, and leader of Thunderbluff. It was his vision for peace that unified the Tauren tribes, and he also played a major role in the unification of the Horde. After concern about the rising threat of the Centaurs, Khan led his people to Mulgore, where they still reside today. On this journey, Khan met Thrall, the war chief of the Horde at the time. Thrall aided the Tauren in defending against impending Centaur attacks, and in return, Khan helped the Orcs establish their new nation of Durotar before bidding them farewell and leaving to take his own people to Mulgore. There, they established a strong defence against the Centaurs. However, several months later, Khan's son Bane was captured. Khan feared the worst and slipped into a depression. When the heroes Rexxar and Rokan arrived to ask Khan for the Tauren's assistance in the battle against Admiral Proudmoore and his Kultyrus forces in Dustwallow, Khan told them to leave him and tell Thrall that he had died. Tagar, Khan's second in command, told the heroes of Bane's capture, and they quickly left to recover Bane and return him to his bereaved father. Khan, who was reinvigorated by his son's return, told Rexxar that not only would he pledge the service of his people to Thrall, he would go and fight himself. He joined with Rexxar's band of warriors and ventured to Dustwallow, where they helped to repel Proudmoore's forces. With the help of the Horde, Khan oversaw the construction of their first city, high atop Thunderbluff. Many years later, as mentioned previously, Khan, who was outraged with Garrosh's action as leader of the Horde, challenged him to the Mak'gora. This is where he was cheated and later died. Khan's death was met with the utmost sorrow amongst the Tauren and most of the Horde, as he was seen as a man of the people and known to be just and fair and of the utmost honour. His last thoughts were recorded in the book The Shattering. And so, I, who have lived my whole life with honour, die betrayed. Well, there we have it, 5 of the biggest bovines in Warcraft. Not only does their legacy stretch deep into Warcraft's history, there is still a lot in store for this noble race. See ya!